Welcome everybody to both sides of the conversation. I'm John Henry, Executive Director. Today is Tuesday in the new year. This is Tuesday, our Hidden Gem segment. We are excited. I know a lot of folks been reaching out saying, Bishop, where you been at? Man, it's been a long holiday season here with our organization at both sides of the conversation. And we are transitioning, stepping into this new year's new ideals, new things that we're trying to do, step into some new realms, some new business opportunities as we are still continuing to impact community, do the things that really uplift us and bring hope, joy, and just blessing the community, keep and continue doing the work that we do. It's been a while. I was talking to some folks. I'm like, yeah, I got hidden gems tonight. I'm getting excited. I'm getting fired up. It's been a minute. And during the holidays, so many things going on, so many things happening, so many changes. A lot of folks moving, shifting, things happening. That we close out 2025, stepping into 2026, our first show of 2026. And I can say we're getting off to a rough 2026 right now as our country is shifting. All that is taking place across the country in Minnesota. Folks are just living out there. So many things going on. Again, the conversation continues as we step into 2026. More community united, more folks coming together, uplifting what's taking place in our community. How do we maneuver? How do we stick and stand with each other through 2026? It's going to be a challenging year. I mean, so many folks are being impacted. These swift changes that are happening in our job markets and the economy with AI, all these technical advantages, folks are getting nervous. They, John, wait. I thought this was 10 years out. No. It's like right here around the corner. Today I was reading another tech company here in the Bay Area laying off another 15,000 workers. Again, this AI is taking over. A lot of folks are just afraid. As we stepped into this new year, the last of the folks who are working remotely are coming back. Folks are transitioning back to work here in California, across the country. A lot of folks are transitioning back from working remote. And let me tell you, the freeways are packed. Folks are upset getting up early in the morning, having to fight this traffic. All of the commuter trains and buses are packed. I mean, it's good to see folks coming back. I know a lot of folks are upset, but hey, we are a community. We have to be patient with each other. So many folks frustrated about the traffic jams. I mean, it's been so many incidents. Slow down, people. Take your time as we step into this 2026, getting back to the new 2026. Let's continue to remember. Let's lead in peace, love, and humility. And we got to get up and get a little earlier to get on these roads to get to work. But with that being said, just excited to come back. So many folks still asking, are we doing our hidden gem shows? Are we having our educational Thursday? Yes, we are recruiting. We are out there reaching out to some phenomenal folks for our educational Thursday. We want to kick this year off. Last year was, we ended it off. We had some conversations that were supposed to be led, and so much transition, so many folks going through different transitions. Some of those conversations was pushed back. This year, we are looking to re-energize the platform, bring up the people. The conversations is needed more now than ever. When we talk about the increase of gun violence in our community, when we talk about the increase of incarceration, the joblessness, some of the things that's impacting our community, we need to have those conversations this year. We're looking to some of the folks out there to help us lead these conversations, engage our community, and uplift this messaging that needs to go out. So many of our young folks right now are in stress and distress. What's going on? They're being impacted. Our elders and our seniors. This is the time of year of reconnecting and reconvening as we get ready to step here next week in the Black History Month. So many things that we're going to do to help educate and bring information on this Black History Month. And we're going to keep it current, and we're going to bring it back to the past because I think a lot of this information is being removed from our community, from our children, from our educational realms. And we want to make sure that this Black History Month, everybody's feeling Black and proud, uplifted, and celebrating our culture and our historic movements as we step into this 2026. It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a rough time this year for a lot of folks. But as community, we always do. We pull together. We stand together to uplift each other, and we're going to need it more than ever this year. Shout out to all of the amazing supervisor races that are taking place across the Bay Area. In San Francisco, D10, a great supervisor race is heating up. We need folks to get engaged as midterm elections are coming. Folks are tired of what's going on, and the way to have your voice heard is to get out and vote, be a part of the process. go ahead and check out some of the folks who are running, and we'll be connecting with some of these folks who are running for office. We're going to get them here on our platform so you can ask education, hear what they talking about, and inform you of who's looking to represent you in your district, in your community, as well as our Congress leaders and folks of that nature. So with that being said, we're going to get to some of our news and some of the things that's going on. I know it's cold out there. Hey, we getting through these winter months. It's cold. We got a phenomenal hidden gym coming all the way from the Midwest. So we got to get going because of the time difference. But let me just tell you, to all of the folks out there, we brace, we praying for you, uplifted. So many folks are out of power. The snowstorms have been impacting folks. The wind, the grocery stores, folks are just out there trying to make it. And we want to give our love and our support to all those folks out there dealing with that fearless winter storm that's impacted community here in the Bay Area. We got some storms coming in as well, some rain. It's been cold out here. And I know yesterday in San Francisco, we had a mountain lion moseying around through the neighborhoods. I believe they did catch them. So folks, be safe out there. And we're looking forward to this 2026 year. Also, before we get going, just want to say this because folks always ask, every new year, what is our focus? And we're going to continue to stick to our focus of mental health awareness, financial literacy, and bringing back some of the folks to help impact our community. When we talk about retirement, when we talk about renewing some of our pleas and our pledges to do better with budgeting and finance is so important, especially in these times when discretionary funds are being challenged. We need to make sure that we're helping plan and prepare our folks in our community for retirement and different things of that nature. Also, I know folks are dealing with this healthcare crisis. Okay, it is a crisis now. The cost of health insurance in this country is just out of the roof. And I know folks are suffering. I'm going to just tell you, I saw some of the premiums for myself and I said, whoa. So I can only imagine some of the folks who have seen, 3 times the amount of their premiums increase for healthcare. And this year we're going to bring some folks who are doing healing and bring some of these folks who are going to teach us some of the natural things that we could do to keep our health up, some of the natural remedies and some of the holistic care. It is so important right now to be very aware of your health and monitoring the things that you consume, because the cost of healthcare is outrageous. I remember emergency charges being $50 to go to the emergency room. Now my insurance is $300-$400 if you go to the emergency room. It's ridiculous. So folks are really struggling out there, and we're going to definitely do our job this year to make sure community is connected with the resources. I'm reaching out to a number of organizations to make sure the resources that are out there, we do our part to connect them with the community when it comes to financial support, with housing, the PG&E and different food resources. And for our folks who are transitioning, we want to make sure that we connect them with the information. So we have some things we put in the work just to make sure that our community stay connected. Okay, we have to stay connected and make sure that the resources are there for our people. We'll continue to do that. All right, Yale, you guys, I don't know if you heard it. Yale is offering families with free tuition under $200K. This is a historic thing that's happening. Not too many universities out there are offering these type of free tuitions for folks. As we know, the income margin has jumped in America, but pushing the gap for a lot of these single families and families who are working together. So this is going to impact a lot of folks, and young folks especially. So having the opportunity to get free tuition at Yale if your family makes under $200K is a blessing. So many people are looking forward to that. There's a number of other free opportunities at some of the junior colleges and some of the colleges around the Bay Area as well. So we'll get that information out. But hey, in fall, you got opportunity. It's an opportunity. And it's just great to see some of the higher education institutions doing their part to make sure that families and young people get an opportunity to advance their education in some of the prestigious universities across the country. So that's great to see that. More information to come with that. Also, they're looking at another government shutdown. I don't know with all that's going on with this ICE, okay? I know 4 months ago, we just went through 31 days, 41 days of government shutdown, and it looks like the Democrats are pushing back. A lot of Congress folks are saying, hey, if we can't get a change what's going on in Minnesota and with ICE, we're looking at definitely another government shutdown coming on. I know so many people are nervous and anxious about it. So again, as we get close to find out Is there going to be another government shutdown? We're going to make sure we continue to do our part to help those federal workers with information and resources as folks are being challenged. I hope all my federal workers out there and folks who might be impacted that just went through this months ago are preparing, saving up, getting ready to put some emergency funds up. Because if the government do shut down, we know that they will be impacted. And, it's unfortunate that, again, we let politics play with the lives of folks, but it happens, it's here, and that's what's going on. So, again, get ready, folks. More and more folks are standing by. We'll keep folks updated through our social media handles. Make sure you guys are following us on all of our social media handles at Both Sides of the Conversation. We're on Twitter, Instagram, all of the social media handles. Every day we're trying to update community with information and knowledge of things. We're going to have all of our community announcements coming out, so stay tuned for all the job opportunities and stuff that's going on, because it's so important that we get this information out, and it's so important that you stay in tune and connected with your community, because that's what it's all about. Also, San Francisco District Attorney Book Jenkins is basically standing up and crossing the line with ICE, saying, hey, if you guys come to San Francisco, the district attorney will prosecute ICE officers, as is an ongoing push across the country to make these federal agents that's coming to our cities and county accountable. And I know she's pushing for accountability across the country, not here just in San Francisco, but asking all state and county folks to push back against ICE for some of the things. As you guys see, these homicides are happening. These folks are killing folks in our country, American citizens. We got some stuff going on that we got to stand up and push. So great to see DA Jenkins stepping up in San Francisco saying, hey, we're not going to allow this in our city. And she's pushing forward to all of the folks in different states and different cities to do the same, as this challenging time we are in right now. When we talk about a fear, separation of what's going on across these states, folks are divided more and more now. What's taking place, folks are just having enough and fed up. Protests all across the city this weekend. Folks are getting ready. It's on. We got to march and push forward. So with that being said, no longer, we got to get to our show. We've been waiting. I know y'all like, who's this Hidden Gem? We got a phenomenal king coming on, man. We talk about this so much on this platform and the work we do with young people. When we talk about reentry, it's a big deal across the country. Folks are being impacted with incarceration, and when they come home, there's so many resources, so many opportunities, more than ever that is taking place. And we're looking for more as we continue to step into this year. And we know here in California, Gavin Newsom has put a stamp with San Quentin Prison rehabilitation, really looking at how do we change the outlook of prison and incarceration. How do we make it transformative for folks? How do we advance this? Yes, we do have to hold folks accountable when things are done in the community, but we also, when folks are coming back in the community, how do we have them prepared, set up, and have the opportunities to transition back? So with that being said, tonight's Hidden Gem, we have a phenomenal brother. He's special. I'm going to let him tell you all of the great things he's doing, but when we talk about, he's a prison trauma specialist, and he's running a business called the Reentry Cafe. I think it's so important to have this type of stuff for our people that's coming home. So without further ado, community, we're going to bring up tonight's Hidden Gem, our guy, Raylan Gifford. He's coming to talk about the Reentry Cafe. Brother Raylan, welcome to Both Sides of the Conversation, King. How you doing tonight, brother?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me.
Man, I mean, hey, you here in the Midwest in the cold storm. And this conversation about reentry is so important. And I'm just happy to have you here and to talk about not only your business, your experience, but just some of the trajectories and things that you see changing the landscape of reentry in the future. So important. Brother, come on and talk to the people. Let them know who you are so we can jump into tonight's conversation, brother.
Oh, you ain't got no questions from me? You just want
I got some questions for you, but I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself. Wait. I want you to introduce yourself to the people so they can get through the background and know exactly.
My name Raylan Guilford. Hey, turn that mic down, baby. My name Raylan Guilford. I spent a large portion of my life incarcerated. To be more specific, I spent 28 years, 7 months, and 25 days straight. I've been out about 2 years and 9 months, and it still don't seem real. And man, I'm here to help. I'm here to share my lived experience. I'm here to share my knowledge. And I'm here to help the brothers and sisters that been through what I've been through, giving them the cheat codes or the tools and information that they need to be successful on the right side of the prison gate.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. So I got a couple questions because we gonna jump right into it, brother. I want to know about this Reentry Cafe when we talk about healing, wellness, different things folks put together, as we call them, spaces. We gotta have space. Yeah. So at the Reentry Cafe, let us know a little bit about what that looked like. What's the landmark and how do you create it? What made you come up with this cafe?
So this was my wife's idea. This was her brainchild, and I came along with the trauma informed care, and we built it out from there. Basically, the Reentry Cafe, we help brothers and sisters deal with the non-tangible or invisible harms of incarceration. To give you a quick example of a non-tangible or invisible harm of incarceration, I was incarcerated for almost 29 years. And if I was to hug a correctional staff member or touch them in some capacity, I'd be cuffed up, beat up, took the seg, possibly something worse. On the same side of that, on the flip side of that same traumatic coin, if a correctional staff member were to touch me in some capacity, they would be fired, reprimanded, or moved to another penal institution. So with that being said, outside of my mama, my high school sweetheart, and a couple of my childhood homeboys coming to see me from time to time, that was like the only time I received human touch or contact, right? So when I was finally released, and I was able to hug my mama, man, as a free man, and she ran in my arms and hugged me, it didn't feel good. It didn't feel right. It felt wrong. It felt punitive. And it came off to my mom's as if I had been hardened by the criminal justice system. But in all actuality, harm had been done to me. I had been desensitized to touch. So when you have a returning citizen, be it male or female, coming home, they happy to be home, they mother, they father, they sister, they kids, they homies running up, hugging them, it's registering wrong. Something's bad. It's harm. So if you don't have somebody like me that has the lived experience, say, hey, this is the process. Harm was done to you. Now you got to reconnect what was broke by the carceral system. You got to go through hug therapy. When somebody run up and hug, hey, hold on. I gotta get ready for this hug. Jail messed me up. And you hug them. If that's not enough, you need to hug about 3 people throughout the work week. Hey, come here, mama. That hug wasn't right. Come here, little girl. Let me get this hug. I know you don't know me, but jail messed me up. So we come up with solutions, and we develop communal solutions to heal us of what seems to be the unceasing harm of long-term incarceration and navigating reentry trauma.
Man, I think that's so powerful that you broke it down like that. I mean, so many folks really don't understand, that transitional change. We already deal with it in our community with young people not being affectionate, not being physical, as being a young man, we told we can't do certain things, hug and cry. I do a lot of work with young people, and I know some of my young people are probably tuned in. They do get to chime in and check our YouTube out. And I think it's important, when folks come home from doing a bid like what you do, to really talk and give back. And I think this is why it's so powerful what you're creating to impact community, because we know right now in our communities that we're growing up, as we call them, in the trenches or in the hood or whatever you want to call it, in the trap. So many young people get a false reality of the life that they're living and some of the impacts of what can happen being incarcerated. And I work with these young people all day, and I'm always trying to give them information, and I'm always trying to give them a different perspective to see. And again, we don't never preach scare straight. I'm not a big scare straight person, right? I'm really about realities. You know what I mean? And the realities of prison life. Some folks will survive, some folks not, right? It's just the reality of it. Some folks is gonna go through this process. But there's also the flip side of coming out of this process. And like you said, reprogramming yourself to get back in the community and transition. And that's the part that sometimes the young folks don't understand. It's not just you locked up, incarcerated, and going through the process, right? But when you come out of the process, readjusting and getting back into civilization, being re-entered back into the community, 28 years, so many changes, right? So when we talk about how do you adapt when you come home and it's like you say, I've been gone for 28 years. I come back, we got smartphones, we got AI, we got digital currency.
Yeah.
You know, some folks 28 years ago, they came, cars had keys. Now we got keyless start cars driving by themselves. The anxiety, you know, the things that a person could deal with coming home, family members, loved ones, old ladies, you know, not understanding that anxiety and that fear, and then also dealing with that. How has that transition been for you, King?
So before I even get to a cell phone, I have to tackle my fear. I'm being fully transparent and honest. Every day that I spent in prison, excuse my language, I was scared than a motherfucker. Now I could mask it, I can hide it, but one thing that kept me strong in that carceral environment was that, man, once I make it to that out date, I have more control of the people that I put around me, and I'll be safer. But that wasn't how my experience went. I stayed strong all them years in prison, dealing with carceral harm. And as soon as I hit that out gate, that gate, I had to deal with navigating reentry, harm, and trauma. And I'm gonna give you an example of that. So you spoke about fear, scared every day, you know. And one thing that kept me safe in prison is that I had a decent reputation. Either you walk away from something or you get brutally violent to survive. That's my emotional meter in prison, and that's how I survived. But when you're coming home, that's a parole violation waiting to happen. So my family members and friends, they can't see how strong, how fearful I am. They just see me as somebody strong because what I have survived in the carceral environment. So if I bump up against somebody with this all or nothing mentality, that set me up for failure. So that fear is a big thing. It's false evidence appearing real, but it's real if it's happening in my mind. You might not see it. You brought up cell phones. That ain't nothing. Imagine being isolated for all those years, growing up in a controlled environment, outside of seeing random acts of violence, police officers abusing their authority, people working on their next rap CD, R&B album, fighting over the phones, running to the weight pile. If I was able to predict everybody's moves, I felt relatively safe consciously and subconsciously, right? So now that I'm released and I walk into a Walmart for the first time, little kids running over there playing, husband and wife over there, subconsciously, I'm unsafe. This is a non-controlled environment. I don't know where they going, what they doing. Heart beating fast. I'm sweating. So another thing that brothers and sisters deal with, we didn't have many choices in prison. We had one store, the commissary. If they didn't have it, you didn't get it. If you didn't like what they served on commissary, you didn't eat. So fast forward that, now that I'm finally released, I'm walking into Walmart. I got 1,000 selections. It's too much. And I'm on alert because I think these little kids finna jump me. You see what I'm saying? So I hurried up and grabbed some too tight shorts. I ain't even with the skinny jeans, but I grabbed what I needed to grab because the trauma was too much. I go to the checkout aisle. I don't know how to do a self-checkout aisle. Mama, where my mama at? A 47, you laughing now, but a 47-year-old man calling for his mama. So that's what the Reentry Cafe helps brothers and sisters, the returning residents, deal with. We grab your hand. We accompany you. We going into the store with you. I was scared too, man. I already know why. Deep diaphragmatic breath, relax. This the process. That's what our organization provide. Most of the reentry organizations that I've encountered, they help with housing, employment, clothing. That's fine and dandy, but you can give me the best car, the best wife, the best job. But if I haven't healed myself of that carceral trauma and that reentry harm, you just set me up to add to that exorbitant recidivism rate. And this shouldn't be, because 90%, last time I checked the statistics, 90% of men and women that are incarcerated in Illinois will return back to society. And these invisible or non-tangible harms that we deal with on a daily basis can determine if we go back to prison or if we gonna get harmed in the process or something worse.
Man, that's phenomenal. So powerful, man. The way you gave that insight. I mean, you painted that perfect, that picture. And I think, it's so hard for community. And I like how you said you reaching out looking for your moms, right? What about the folks who don't have that support? You know what I mean? Sometimes folks been gone 20, 30 years, their parents pass away, their relatives pass away, and they come home, they don't have that connection. And I try to paint these pictures of understanding for folks in the community, because sometimes when folks come home and re-enter, and this is like you said, the recidivist rate is so high, folks is upset, right? You not knowing a brother come home and you in Walmart and how you use the phone, and somebody that's from the community don't even understand. You don't know how to use the phone. You see what I'm saying? We become so gutless sometimes, because out here we just think everybody know, right? And you could be in that situation, you could be having a whole panic attack, anxiety attack, and next thing you know, here it is, you don't have nobody to reach out to. But when you found yourself in those situations where you had to reach out, how did it make you feel inside? Because for some folks, it'll mess them up, feel like they less than a man or less than a woman, or it just feel helpless. It's almost a crippling effect,
Man, I'm gonna give you the perfect example. I think I was in maybe like 4th or 5th grade, and moms let me start walking to school with my homies. So we coming back from school, I'm too busy running my mouth, cracking jokes, and I made a wrong turn somewhere. My homie Skip gone, my homie Bernard gone. I'm on the block by myself. Now, it felt like I was out there for hours. It might have been 7.5, 8 minutes, right? Before I see the babysitter coming across the street, and I ran and jumped, and I'm crying like a baby, and she grabbed me and smiled. You gonna listen? Yeah, I'm gonna listen. Come on, let's go home. So I remember I was working for this nonprofit organization, and I had to go to another organization and talk about the services that my current organization provides to the community. So I go there, I do my thing, represent the organization well. Now I need to catch an Uber back to my place of employment, right? I don't know how to connect the Uber to my bank account. You know what I'm saying? So I got to use my wife. So, hey, baby, call the Uber. Don't worry about it. I know the job's supposed to be paying for it. I'm hustling right now. I'm doing extra work. Don't worry about the sis. Don't worry. I got this X on my back, right? She called the Uber, but downtown Chicago, the streets mess, the GPS don't work that good. So they say, go to this Adams. I'm making up some blocks. Go to Adams and Frankenstein. I'm on Adams and Frankenstein. It keep changing. Uber driver leave. Uber driver, on the 4th Uber driver. I feel like that little kid again. Over there in Terrortown, 75th and Essex, crying, looking for my babysitter. A grown man, 47 years old, frozen and stuck because of arrested development, because what I've experienced because of the carceral system. It don't feel good. I can laugh about it now, but it didn't feel good at that time.
Man, I only could imagine. Can you imagine somebody coming home from 28 years here in San Francisco in a Waymo, a self-driving car? That probably would freak them out. You know what I mean? And it happened. But I gotta bring this up because I know not only the cafe you're doing, I want to hear about this book. You wrote a latest book, and I want you to talk about your book as being an author. And definitely we go support you too. Make sure we get that information out there so we can support you too, because that's what we want to do here at both sides of the conversation. Continue to support our authors, our businesses. That's what this Hidden Gem segment is all about. But put it out there for the folks who might be interested. Talk a little bit about the book that you putting out there, sir.
So just a quick backstory. I lost my baby brother in 2006 to the violence in Chicago out there in the hundreds. Tore me down in prison. I ain't gonna never be the same, but my baby brother, I got 2 nephews. So I'm like, man, ain't no guarantee I'm gonna make it home. I was trapped in the pit in Menard Correctional Center. That's a maximum joint of, like, they blew a hole in the ground and put the worst of the worst down there. So ain't no guarantee I'm gonna make it. So I'm trying to think of a positive way where I could put some money to side to make sure my nephew's straight, right? Because I ain't finna give him no dirty money, and then ain't no good gonna come from that. I had a brother next door to me wrote a book. His name, Michael Bell, a.k.a. Killer, good friend to me. Don't let that nickname fool you. He wrote a book like None But Black People, and it was like a Black Secret Service. I read that book in one day, like a Donald Goines book. Man, let me start writing. So I wrote me a little autobiography about my freshman year of high school, and I gave it to Killer Next Door. He laughing. In my mind, I'm like, what is he laughing for? This serious. This is my life, right? So about an hour later, hey, I hit the mirror. Hey, man, what you thinking? Oh, man, it's great. It's funny, blah, blah, blah. Hey, let me get that back. He say, no, I sent it down the gallery. I go down the gallery, woo up the bang. Say, man, what my stuff? Man, I sent it over there to you. Before I knew it, my chapter of my book was around a maximum security prison, like a brand new naked book. So I knew I had something. And I got on by writing in like an anthology for prisoners. I wrote about one of my weird cellies I had, and I won a 3rd place honorable mention. And that's how I got on Newman Springs Publishing Company, Cuff Me. My first 2 books were published while I was incarcerated. I had like 5 in the cup before I got out. So I'm just piecemealing them. But the book that I got out right now is called Navigating Reentry Trauma, A Guide to Life After Lockup. Here you go right here. Y'all can go on Amazon, check it out. So a lot of people ask about the picture. This is me and my wife. You know, well, my first ex-wife, we're about to get a divorce. I'm mad. I'm upset with her. But anyway, this face right here. So I chose that because I felt when I finally got free, like I shared with y'all earlier, that I wouldn't have to be hyper masculine. I wouldn't have to be hard. I wouldn't have to be violent. But I had to endure a world that then changed over so many times with so much violence surrounding me. So I had to keep my war face on. But with this book, Navigating Reentry Trauma, I just break down 5 of the most critical things that I experienced and the men and women that I talk to and we meant to each other experience. And it boils down to your emotional modulation meter. I spoke about that earlier, how in jail, you either walk away or you get totally brutal and violent. So that means emotionally, everything came to a grinding halt. I'm still like an 18-year-old emotionally. So I got to learn how to control my anger, my sadness, my happiness, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, as a 47-year-old man while dealing with my pre-trauma and my carceral trauma and trying to figure my way out through this reentry trauma. So I got compounded trauma. So just by a brother and sister knowing that, hey, you got your emotional modulation meter is off whack. You got to be cool. You got to figure out how to get back to a sense of normalcy. I spoke on the fear, false evidence being real. So I'm going to push past that. Another chapter I spoke on family ties. That's a big one because, you know, I'm a mama's boy, hands down. I don't care what nobody say. We can talk about it. We can go out back, whatever. I'm a mama's boy. It is what it is. And they took my mama from me. Prison, me and my mama ain't close. She don't feel like family, but I know she family and I know she got my back because that's my mama. So the people who have lived experiences like me, men and women, they feel like my family. So somebody coming home, they would think something wrong with them because they already telling us we crazy. And when you're not connecting with your mama, your kids, your homies, you're going to really think, man, jail really messed me up bad. You see what I'm saying? But really, it's just all about you being able to reconnect what was taken from you by the criminal justice system. Hey, your family close because they got a whole bunch of birthdays, anniversaries, mornings, barbecue cookouts where Auntie Cheryl slapped somebody and they laughed about it. You don't have that. You don't have that information. And at the same side of that coin, my brothers and sisters that did time, we got a language and an understanding that nobody will ever be able to understand. Like with some you may gasp at, we gonna laugh at. It's just that's our language. Another thing I spoke about grieving. That was a big one. Because in jail, you lose somebody close to you, even an incarcerated homie. You suck it up, stay strong. You got to make it to your out date. I done seen plenty of men think about somebody close to them that they lost. Months, years later, they wiping fecal matter all over the walls and over their body. So you got to suck it up. You got to eat it. So coming home after not really going through the 5 stages of grief, and you experience your first loss. You know, I lost my homie, 30-year man, on Christmas Eve, tore me down. First dead body I seen in a long time. That's hard. So you need people like me and my organization to help you walk through that, because you have to go through the stages of grief. You have to experience that to build your grieving resiliency. And people looking at you like, hey, man, what did you cry? What? This is traumatic for us. While you was in the world building your grieving resiliency, I had to suck it up and eat it and make it as if it didn't exist in my mind. That's a mental split right there. Then the final thing that I speak about is the thawing of the heart. I cry all the fucking time, whether I'm happy, whether I'm sad, whether I'm doing good, whether I'm doing bad. It was coined by a brother named Ronaldo Hudson. Good man, intelligent man. So if you don't have somebody saying, hey, man, you're going to cry. Whether you happy, whether you sad, whether we call that the thawing out. For all the times we had to be hard and hyper-masculine environment, now that my mind knows that I'm in a semi-safer space, it's time for the release. Lean into that, man. That's healing. You need to be crying for everything you saw, everything you endured, everything that you lost. You need to cry and mourn that. I don't care what it was. You need to cry and mourn that and give that process the proper respect, or you set yourself up to be a part of that high and exorbitant ass recidivism rate. So this is what my organization provides. It provides real time, real world healing properties for the invisible and non-tangible harms that returning residents, male and females, deal with every fucking day with no fail.
Wow, very powerful stuff, brother. We don't take that lightly over here at both sides of the conversation. Very powerful work. You know, we talk about, you know, this work and how we connect. And I'm always saying the folks who've been impacted should be on those boards. They should be at those rooms making those decisions. Too many times in our community, decisions are being made from folks who haven't had the lay of life experience, haven't been through the realm. And then it's always like, how do we create these pathways without the folks who are experiencing it, enduring it? And that's why they have to create that pathway for folks like you to sit up there to pass those. You can't get that back.
No, ain't no more playing nice. Ain't no more playing nice, man. I'm not depending on nobody to put me in a position to help my motherfucking people. We got a buddy system going right now. Just like somebody grabbed my hand and helped me navigate this reentry trauma, it's my job to reach back and grab a brother's hand and help him navigate his reentry trauma. All we got is us, man. And that's all we ever had. So for those of you who waiting for somebody else to put you in a position of power or give you a space to activate your voice, you might as well sit and keep watching the media, because ain't no more news. Believe what you want to believe. I'm believing my lived experience and the harm that I endured, and I'm making sure me and my homies, we come up out of that, because the more brothers and sisters that I give the cheat codes and the solutions to the invisible and non-tangible harms that we deal with every fucking day, that's more people we got moving forward. That's more people, because when you look at it from a grand scheme, since they got this in a what they call this, what is it? What's that? Dichotomy, two things, right, left, up, down, left, right. They got us fucked up in that, right? So we gonna lean with that. You got the hurt people, and heal people, man. We on the side of healing. Man, y'all over there with the hurt, and stay over there, because we know how to hurt. We don't want to hurt. We trying to heal. Stay over there with the hurt, man. This ain't for y'all.
Come on, man. Way over here dropping bombs on the people today, man. This is great gems, man. And I'm just happy for the work that you're doing. I think, you know, we need more of this in our community. We work with a lot of young people. And again, you know, when you talk about the pain of loss, so many young people losing their friends, and these type of programming, and like you said, how you getting these folks who came home, our young people in the community need. And I want to see in the future more of this transformational processes put in the community with our young people starting in our high schools. You know, young men need to hear this story, man. I mean, why aren't you speaking at every high school? Why are you speaking at every hall?
The game is rigged, man. I gotta get like a honorable mention or somebody in a position of power because of the X on my back to go back to the grammar schools, the high schools, and colleges, to even get into the prison. One of my homeboys that been through the same situation as me, he used to work for the lieutenant governor's office, and he used that station head during Second Chance Month for me to come in and inspire the brothers and talk to the brothers and tell the brothers about what we really dealing with out here. It's bigger than you owe me a noodle, man.
Man, that's real. And I know here in California, I'm sure in Illinois, and here in California, there's a lot of prison reform. Gavin Newsom and San Quentin has did a phenomenal job of like reprogramming, the rehabilitation in there. Definitely getting former incarcerated inmates who did time in there back in there, working with the brothers in there, helping them program, get ready for that transition coming out. But I mean, it's so important what you do because it's so easy to be broken. You come back in the community, like you said, if you don't have that strength. And, I preach this to my young brothers every week that I'm in there about having a plan, being prepared when you come home. Because sometimes folks, they'll do that time and then it's 1 year, 2 years before they coming home and they try to, program up and get ready. And I'm like, no, every day you in here, young bro, you got to get ready. You see what I'm saying? You got to be ready because so many things are going to come at you. And yeah, there's a million people coming in talking about we got jobs, we got this. Like you said, the reality when you get out there is not always going to be smooth and easy as it is. But programs I
don't like how you said that, man, because it's hard to focus on my career when you see a guy get taken advantage of. It's hard to focus on your career when you see a guy get took somewhere by the police and his head get this big and they say he hung himself. So it's like you blaming the victim. It's kind of like what the Black Panther Party did for us as a people. Little kids go to school. Hey, we got to feed the kids. How else they going to learn? Then that's when the United States government jumped in. Hey, we got to get these shorties. We got to feed them so they can look up at us as that ideology. You know what I'm talking about. So it's the same thing in prison. You can't blame me for surviving. And I ain't got time to read a book on how to fix a car or cut some hair. Man, it's life or death every day, every single day, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, subconsciously, sexually, morally, and intellectually. They tear us down. I'm going to give you a perfect example. They even use the colors against us. The colors on the wall. I study books on colors. The colors on the wall in the prison cell, them bricks, it's an anxiety building color. So I could have had the best day with my wife, meal. We could have went to the beach. As soon as I come in the house and look at that color on my anxiety back up, I'm anxious, I'm pacing. If you paying attention, them same fucking brick colored walls are in the project building rooms. Go in the administration building, all white. This is business, man. Straighten up. Ain't no playing over here. So they messed us up with the colors. They messed us up with the sounds. Doing one of the healing circles, a brother man met a beautiful woman. The names stay, but the lessons leave. She had a 15-year-old son, right? And the bathroom was right by the main room. So shorty would go in there and take a leak. And it's messing with the brother because the years he spent in prison listening to another man take a leak. Now in jail, we in the 10 by 7 foot cell with a toilet and a sink. So you try to minimize it depending on what type of roommate you have. Hey, man, you want me to flush it or just straight out piss? Because if you flushing while you pissing, it's over loud. So you have some cellies, man, I don't want to hear your piss flush. You have others say that flushing too loud, go on piss and get it out the way. So imagine day in and day out hearing somebody urinate. Now you free. Shorty urinate. He tell his girl, hey, man, jail messed me up, man. I don't want to hear him piss, You tell your son to shut the door. He 15, 16. He can't hold much too long. 2-3 weeks, he was able to shut the door. He went back to his regular habits of not really paying attention to that. That brother left that beautiful sister because he was running from his carceral harm and pain. Talking about reading a book to get a job when you out. Man, they fucking us up back there. And it's our job to get the message out and start bringing awareness and creating communal solutions for this here, man. It's a lot going on back there. This is just a space, the little pieces that I'm able to share, man.
Man, but this space is very powerful. We open up the platform for you. Great insight for the community. I mean,
Yeah.
why go to the Rain Cafe when we can go to the Reentry Cafe where there's love, healing.
Right now, it's just a space. All we doing is workshops and trainings. You need funding, and I don't want to be one of them type of brothers. Me and my homies that's on the board, we not depending on no grant people for no money because they can determine how we help the community. We finna do the grassroots initiative. We finna start going back to the churches and talk to them. We started how we used to do back in the day. It's on, man. Y'all took my mama. I ain't never stopping. Never. I want my mama back. And this is how I get her back, by helping everybody get their mama back.
Man, very powerful stuff. I mean, these resources are definitely, what we need. And it's just like we in the fight with you, brother. I want you to know I'm very proud of you. Man, community. Y'all hearing from the real, man. This is you can't get it no real raw uncut. You talking about a brother who's been down 28 years. Think about it. I tell the young people, that's 28 Christmases, 28 birthdays, 28 New Year's. That's a lot of time. And to have you back here, feet on the ground, giving back, pumping this love through the Reentry Cafe and the work that you're doing, putting this love and this passion into the book. It's powerful, brother, man. We need more brothers like you giving back, connecting with the community and making that impact.
Thank you for that,
man. So with that being said, before we let you get out of here, I know it's late. I wanted to have a quick conversation about, how do we make this process in the legislative form? We have our fight here in the community for the stuff that we're doing in the community. From your perspective, a lot of movement needs to happen through the legislative process. And how do we energize our folks to get them to get behind the walls, get in there with our senators, our local officials, to change the policy, to rechange some of what's going on behind those walls, and the policies for folks that's on parole trying to get up to make those boards? Because we know that some of these parole boards and some of the processes and how they guide folks and rank folks to get out is a rigged process. How do we get those movements happening on the legal process?
Man, only us can help us, man. Only us can help us. But I'm gonna just touch on something, man, because I feel I gotta say this, right? Police brutality is a big thing, real big thing, right? And I was incarcerated at the time, and I was trying to convince a lawyer, a sister, to be more than a friend, right? So she asked me a question. She said, what would you change in the current political climate, if like I was a president or something like that? So I said I would have a law passed through the Illinois House and the Illinois Senate. Say, for instance, I'm a dirty cop. I got 3 people on my crew. We catch you. We beat you up criminally. Hey, I was in fear for my life. He was a dangerous dude. Me and my crew get found not guilty. Then civically go to civil court. Yeah, we stumped you out. They award you $5 million, right? Then the saga continues. What I suggested to the woman is that we pass a bill through the Illinois House and the Illinois Senate that says if a police officer is found guilty civilly, the state got to pay that money back, but the police got to pay that money back to the state like child support. And if you transfer to another police district in another state, them child support people get them same people on the police, they fine us. That'll kill it right there. Because I'm a dirty cop. I got somebody down beating them. My partner, hey man, I gotta feed my family. Get your feet off his neck, man. That's it. That go the problem right there. They gonna police themselves. But long as ain't no money coming out of their pocket, you're not insured, you're not suing their insurers, the saga gonna continue. So like I said before, only us can help us, man. We got all the resources, we got all the people, we got all the game. It's time for us to put it in actions. Because prayer minus works equal death. I don't want death. I was dead 29, almost 29 years. It's time to live. And encouraging brothers and sisters, giving the brothers and sisters the cheat codes to understanding this shit, how they fucked us up. I'm going to get my mama back, and we smiling while we doing it.
Man, very powerful. I'm glad you said that. That's one of the things here in California I was pushing to fight for in San Francisco, making the trying to get insurance companies to insure the police department.
Typically, they got to pay that money back that the state pay out. That's the formula right there.
Yeah.
Oh, let us stop.
Yeah,
America is a capitalistic society, man. Let's attack the dollar.
It definitely
is something else.
Yeah, it's definitely real. You know, that was one of the things I was pushing. I said, hey, you got to make every officer carry insurance. So when they do this type of stuff, you know, it's easier when you have insurance leveraging them saying, hey, well, this folks costing us money. They can push those folks out, weed them out faster. Also, it holds those folks accountable. So, yeah, man, I'm glad to hear you bring it to us like that. I mean, that's just what it is. But community, y'all here, we got work to do. It takes us, like my guy Academia out there, us for us, the folks. We got to do it. We got to work together. It's going to take us. We can't wait on anybody to come save us. It's going to take the community, me, you, brother Ryland, all of us coming together. I don't know. It's going to take a collective fight. And we have to have a marching orders from the folks. I know my guys coming there talking about we have to all be on code for this movement. And we all got to move in the same process to make change. We are dealing with a lot. You see what's going on with ICE. It starts with ICE and then the other police. They'll start killing our folks more in the communities, happen more and more, especially around this country. You're seeing now more officer-involved shootings than ever before. So again, Congress have work. We have work. We have to continue to hold them for a police brutality bill. We have to continue to hold our legislative official to come up with something to deter these folks from criminalizing, weaponizing our communities. It's a lot. Brother Brian, before we let you go, brother, everybody that gets out, I can't let you get out of here. We're giving a shout out to the amazing folks who've been behind you through the year, because I don't want them to come on both sides of the conversation. Hey, brother, you was on both sides of the conversation with the business.
I got to give a shout out.
Me out of shot, man. I was there with you.
Man, I got to give a shout out to all my homies that protected me, looked out for me, and nurtured me when I was a young man trying to find his way in one of the worst situations on the planet. I also want to give a shout out to EJP. It's an acronym for the Education Justice Project. You had professors come from the University of Illinois, teach us 300 to 500 levels of academia. I was able to get the language and sharpen a lot of tools that I already possessed. Another shout out to Walls Turned Sideways, 2717 West Madison. My homeboy Sleepy, aka Pablo Mendoza. Every first and third Saturday, we have hybrid prison trauma healing circles. We full circle, men and women, is for you to know, hey, man, you ain't crazy, man. I'm messed up just like you. Come get your medicine, man, and help with this resistance, man. I got on my baby book. My wife, she got a book out. This for the women, man. Healing after prison trauma workbook for the female population. Go on Amazon, support us, man. All the proceeds, we putting it back into the mission. We resisting, man. Resist.
You got a shout
Man,
out.
now you know I can't let you go without giving the old lady a shout out, man. You shout out everybody else. And you forgot.
Man, I told you I'm finna divorce her, man. It's over with. I'm finna get divorced up. I'm finna get on with her life, man. My first ex-wife? No, but on a real note, for the brothers and sisters that's listening, for the people that have done time, and for the people that's just trying to figure this new world out, just like we are. It was something that I used in prison. It matters most what you say to yourself about yourself when you are alone with yourself. It matters most what you say to yourself about yourself when you are alone with yourself. It don't matter what your mama told you, your daddy, your homeboys, rap music, the system, all this ideological bullshit. That internal dialogue. Speak words of power. I say, I'm handsome. I deserve to be loved. I'm strong. Speak words of power when those ruminate negative thoughts come. And push forward, man. Prayer without works is death. Don't die. Don't die.
Yes, I like that, brother. Yeah, well, like I said, we'll give a shout out to the queen, all of the amazing queens that support our folks who come home, family members, so important. Brother, man, we proud of you, man. This cafe is the new lick. And to all of the folks who come into your space and you guys bless them is so important, man. We thank you for the work you're doing.
And man, for those who want to join in, the healing space is for the family members, loved ones, and friends of the formerly incarcerated, so they can understand just how bad they fucked us up, man. Take whatever I'm doing, run with it, Pass the word. This ain't none of mine. It's all ours, man. This how we heal each other. We ain't holding nothing back.
Man, very powerful stuff, brother. Again, we thank you for being here. We're going to definitely support you. You know, one thing about us here at Both Sides of the Conversation, all the folks that come on our platform for these Hidden Gem shows, we're going to support their business. Your book, I want to get a couple of those books and shoot them to my young people that we mentor at the San Francisco Juvenile Hall, because every day we trying to get them information from folks who've been there. It takes that experience, man. And I mean, you have a powerful story that they need to hear. So many transitions and things for them. But we thank you for giving up your time coming here. We thank you for the work you're doing, King. We're going to continue to follow up with you. Make sure we get your books out. We'll help promote and push your stuff through our platform and our network, because it's so important, the information. And as folks come home, we have to be there to support them as well. Thank you, Brother Raylan, for
if we can get these books to the brothers and sisters in the county jails, in the prisons, this information, they'll heal themselves.
Man, hey, well, good brother. We thank you for being here. Go on and enjoy yourself. Stay warm out there. I know the storm is there. Stay warm, brother. Keep doing what you're doing, and definitely we're gonna be reaching out to you, and we will connect with you. I know Angelique get your information, and we'll make sure we support you with those books and get it back to the folks in the community.
Thank you for having me.
Man, there y'all have it. Come on, the real tonight. A phenomenal Hidden Gem community. This is what it's all about, brother, man. And we just gonna keep pushing the love, man, because this is what it's about. Y'all heard it. It's real. So much trauma, so many things happen. We got to continue to support our community. This is what it's all about, brother. Thank you. And we'll see you soon, King. Salute. All right, community, there you have it. It's been real. I don't know. I'm feeling a little excited. I'm feeling a little inspired tonight when we talk about change. There's change happening in our communities across the country. When we talk about what's going on here in California, the same things are happening in Illinois. The same thing is happening coast to coast. There's a problem. We have to fix it. Y'all heard the brother tonight. We have to do it. We can't wait for anybody else. We have to do it. It's going to take all of us in community to step together, unify, make change. It starts with us. We got to do it. A lot of impact. It's been some time since I've been back. I feel a little rusty. I don't know. Some people text me, Richard, what's wrong? I'm trying to get back into the flow of things. Community, can I get back into the flow? I'm trying to get myself fired up. I don't want to get too fired up. I might not get the benediction out tonight. I don't know if I'm ready for it. Y'all got to help me get through it. But before I get to the benediction, I just want to say thank you to all of our both sides of the conversation folks who support us, our community. We get so many emails, so much love from folks, and it's just so amazing to us, the feedback that we get when folks reach out and just like, man, we appreciate what y'all do, what y'all bring to the community, how y'all support and uplift, the information, the awareness, and the education that y'all bring to the community. We thank you, and we just want to say we thank you too, because it's so important, man. We go through these ups and downs and changes, and you heard the brother, when we go through these political shifts and we talk about the funding and all these different things, we continue to push through no matter what. We find a way and we keep digging, even in the challenging times. That's what we do. We are a resilient community, a resilient organization, and that's what we're going to continue to do, to impact people and uplift the people in our community. Again, we do serve the Black and brown community. That is our mission. We will always uplift the Black and brown people. We support all people, but we will make sure we put the emphasis on the Black and brown community. As we know, so many times we are impacted without the information, without the knowledge. We don't get the support and the resources that everybody else get. So we're going to use our platform and our information to make sure we uplift those in our community, give them the information and resources, and connect our people so that we can move ahead and march together. I know Martin Luther King weekend passed. We talk about the dream. We talk about the speeches and the love and the respect of Dr. Martin Luther King. We need nonviolence approach. We need love. We need connectivity. We need to continue to fight for the things that impact us in our community as we step away into this new year. We must not forget all of the things that impacted. We must not forget the things that we've celebrated last year and this year, as we talk about all of the things that we need. When we talk about financial literacy, when we talk about mental health, when we talk about this trauma, you heard trauma tonight a lot. Trauma is impacting our community, the hurt, grieving. So many folks is grieving right now across this country. And what's going on with ICE and what's going on in Minnesota, what's going on here locally. So many folks are being impacted. We need to find those circles, those healing, those connections to uplift us, to make sure that we're great, to make sure that we're okay. It's okay not to be okay, but we have to have an outlet. We have to have the resources. We're going to continue to do that. And we're going to continue to spread that message as we stepping into our Black History Month. We're going to tap into our roots, the things that we need. We are looking forward to this Black History Month of sharing all the historical factors, all of the future factors, all of the things that's going on to make us rich and proud of our resilience and who we are as a people. We will overcome this. We will unite. That's what we would do. So I'm excited. Again, this is always a great Hidden Gem segment. This is the positive of the week. So much going on. You got a brother like Ray, 28 years away from community, coming back, giving back, uplifting the community, pouring into the people. What are you doing out there, community? Come on, we got some people sitting around, got some knowledge, got some information. What are you doing to pour back into the community? In 2026, you got to get in the mix. I don't know, I've been saying it. What's up in 2026? You got to get in the mix. We got to get our boots on the ground. We got to step and stand with each other. We got to stand united. Or divided we will fall, community. That's just what it is. I'm getting fired up. I guess it's time for the benediction. I'm getting excited. All right, we got to get out of here. Hey, it's been a long night. It's been real. I know folks is like, we're back. Yes, we're back. We are still recruiting. We're looking for people. See, this is the time to step up in 2026. Yes, we are calling out all of our professional folks, all of our folks that have PowerPoint presentations. Hey, we're looking for you. We need some folks to come on here and educate our community. Give our community the game, the AI change, the financial change. I need some folks, some financial literacy folks to come on and talk to our people about this change, how to invest. We have to get our people caught up to speed, our elders, our young people. We got to get them ready for this digital change. Yes, cryptocurrency is here. It's not going away. Look at the banks. There's no tellers. Everything is going digital. We got to educate our community. Let our seniors be able to go into the transition feeling safe and secure. This is the time. All of my social workers, all of my healing folks, hey, you can come on here and do a presentation. Give them the game. How to deal with trauma. Give them some tools. We need our community. We can do it through this platform. Our conversations. I don't know, community. They've been telling me they want to talk about relationships. I don't want to talk about relationships at the start of the year. Hey, community, I'm looking for some great conversations. I'm looking for some panelists to come on and let's get our Sunday conversations kicking back off this year. Okay, it's football season is over. Let's go back to our Sundays, having a good couple hours to talk about some of the things that impact our community. We have a number of issues that are impacting our community right now as we are in this month. This is Human Trafficking Awareness Month. We have a human trafficking issue across this country in our community. Let's have a conversation. I'm looking for all my folks who want to talk about this. Let's talk about this in our community, how it's impacting. This gun violence. Hey, this gun violence is increasing. We need to have a conversation. All my people in the community, let's come together. Let's get these Sunday conversations back on the road and our Educational Thursday and also our Hidden Gem shows. Again, we are here on Tuesdays, once a month, to uplift our Black and brown businesses. Let's promote each other. Let's buy by us. Let's spend Black. Let's make Black Friday every Friday in 2026. Hey, let's do it. All right. Enough of me. I know y'all like Bishop. Enough. Okay, Bishop. Okay, we know the benediction. Hey, with that being said, let's go ahead and give the people the benediction. I don't know. This is the first one of the new year. I'm getting in the mix on the 2026. I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm going to leave y'all with this. Community! The Bishop is back for 2026. I'm ready. I'm here. Tonight, you heard power. You heard a story that is real. It's common in our community. When we talk about incarceration, oh yeah, this is real. When you look at the numbers, Black and brown communities are hit high more than any other community. When folks are coming home, we need support. We need love. We need compassion and healing. Tonight, we had a brother who did 28 years, 28 Christmases, 28 birthdays, 28 holidays, not home with his family, not home. But he came back, energized, prepared, ready. He has a place where you could come if you know somebody in Illinois. Go to the cafe. Don't just get the coffee. Go sit down. Get the healing. Get the things you need. Get the resources. Find out. Connect with people who look like you, who've been through what you've been through. Let's lift each other up in 2026. Yeah, we getting in the mix. The Bishop is here. Have no fear. Reentry is here. Healing is happening in our community. We're not trauma bonding in 2026. We're uplifting the people. We're giving them the resources. We're doing the things that we need to do. How are you going to move? How are you getting involved? We have a brother who missed 28 years, but he comes back to get involved. You sitting on the couch, you watching tonight, what are you going to do to bless somebody who's coming home? Maybe he needs you to show him how to use the phone. Maybe he don't know how to use the self-conscious checkout. Are you going to be there to lift him? Or are you going to judge him and say, hey, man, what you mean you don't know how to use the self-checkout? You don't know. Community, we need each other. As our people come home, they are part of our community, regardless of their past, no matter what mistake they made. They are a part of the community. Part of community is togetherness. Part of community is awareness. Part of community is uplifting each other. Tonight, you heard the needs. Somebody who's been through it. You heard the fear. You heard the anxiety. Before you be the person that for somebody coming home anxious and upset and relax. Understand what they might be going through. See, the tables can turn. We can make a change. You heard the brother 3 times tonight say, it's going to take us, community. We're going to have to save ourselves, community. We're going to have to unite, community. Let's uplift each other. Go out there and get this brother book. Maybe you want to know. Maybe your son is incarcerated. Maybe your loved one is incarcerated. Maybe you want to get some insight and understand when your loved one is coming home, how to handle them, how to deal with them or her. Hey, you got the resources. We're going to give you the game. We're going to support each other. I thank you all for tuning in tonight. The Bishop is back in 2026. Both sides of the conversation, we're on the rise. Yeah, we're going to help the people. We're going to uplift the people. We will march with the people. I will be there, stepping and standing with change. When they call, I will be there. I will continue to help my brothers and sisters who are coming home. Incarceration is real. Re-entry is real. We need to support each other. Let's uplift each other. In the name of the Bishop, I guess. All right. With that being said, thank you all for tuning in tonight. It's been fun. It's been real. But we're kicking this year off. Let's get it going, community. Tap in and join us. Until the next time. Thank you. Be good out there. Stay safe, community. We love you.